If I asked you right now, how many of you could tell me the Frosted Flakes mascot? Yeah, what's the Frosted Flakes mascot?
Tony the Tiger.
All right. What about Pillsbury? What's the Pillsbury mascot?
The Doughboy?
Yeah, Pillsbury Doughboy. All right. So whenever you think about these characters, you may not think about where they come from or who designed them, but they were all designed by Leo Burnett and the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency. And so today I'm going to speak to you a little bit about the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency. Advertising is all around us all the time. It affects us all. Whenever you go down the aisle of a supermarket, you're constantly bombarded with advertising. We're advertising right now, in fact. You're wearing a Missouri State jacket, advertising. You're wearing a Panhellenic shirt, advertising. We're advertising the Department of Communication right here. So all of this is advertising, and that's why I want to work in the field of advertising. That's why I want to work at the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency. So I've researched the company, and today I'd like to present you with that research. I'll give you a brief history of the company, why they were so revolutionary, and where the company stands today. So first, let's take a little bit of a look at the history of the company. According to the website Funding Universe, which is a website that deals with business relations, in an article published in 2010, Leo Burnett was founded in 1935 by Leo Burnett. He only had 8 employees and 1 customer that he took with him from another advertising agency. That customer was the Minnesota Valley Canning Company. Now, you may not know that company, and you probably don't know the name, but I bet you've heard or seen the Jolly Green Giant. The Jolly Green Giant was made specifically for the Minnesota Valley Canning Company by Leo Burnett. After seeing all the success the Minnesota Valley Canning Company got, other people decided to go ahead and join on board with Leo Burnett. But in 1950, they got their really big break when they got clients Kellogg's and Procter & Gamble. After getting Kellogg's and Procter & Gamble, they showed that they could really compete in a market that is very, very competitive, and that they could market really big companies as well. The only reason that they were so successful, though, is because of the revolution they started in advertising. So now I'll tell you a little bit about that revolution. Leo Burnett is based in Chicago, which is a revolution in itself. Because at the time, pretty much all advertising agencies were on the East Coast. And they had an East Coast mentality of, my product is above you, my product is elite, we are above you, you cannot afford our products. Leo Burnett said, let's change that, that's wrong. Let's go to middle America, and let's find out what people actually think. Let's go into people's homes and find out what they want. So he took his company to mid-America. And when he did that, he came up with all kinds of new ways to advertise. According to the show on CNBC Titans, in a 2008 episode that focused on Leo Burnett, they said that Leo Burnett really revolutionized the industry because he found inherent drama in all products. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I look at a can of Pillsbury dough, I don't think I should create a Doughboy out of that. But Leo did. He saw that and he said, people want to know why that product would be good in their homes. They want a friendly product that they can trust. So I'm going to create a character that they can trust that represents that product. And that is the inherent drama of Pillsbury. So they became very successful because of these revolutions, so now I'd like to tell you where that company kind of stands today. Today the company has many locations worldwide, and they're the 8th largest advertising agency in the United States. According to their official website, which was recently updated, they have clients such as McDonald's, Allstate, and Visa, just to name a few of their large ones. Leo Burnett is also famous for their employee retention. Leo is often famously quoted as saying, reach for the stars. You may not get one, but you won't come up with a handful of mud either. And it's for that reason that I want to work at the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency. However, I realized when I was in about 4th grade that I had the artistic skills of a 4th grader, and they weren't good advance anymore. So what will I do at an advertising agency? Well, I'd like to be an account executive there. And this is something that you may not think about. You know, whenever you think of advertising, you think of Mad Men, and you think of them drawing all night, and they're there. Account executives, think of them like the conductor of the orchestra. They take everything, and they put it all together. So, according to the website Market Research Careers, which was recently updated in 2011, they said that an account executive takes care of all the PR, the graphic design, and everything else that will go into making an ad campaign. So I won't actually be doing the creative side of it, but I will be working on the management side. So today we've discussed a brief history of the Leo Burnett Advertising Agency, the revolutions they've started, and where the company stands today. I hope that whenever you look at the field of advertising, you look at it a little more differently now, knowing that it is around all of us all the time, and that it's something that we're all a part of. Thank you for your time, and I'd like to open it up for questions.
How did you hear about this specific agency? Why did you choose this specific one?
I took a marketing class, and we kind of discussed what, the revolutions that they kind of started. We were looking at a lot of different agencies, and I just thought it was really interesting how they were in Chicago, and I'd like to stay in the Midwest, so I thought it was a very nice company to work for that way. Yes.
Is there like a certain, I guess, account that you would be interested in like working with, like Pillsbury, or like is there a certain client that you would most want to work with?
That's a good question. Not right now. Account executives typically for the first few years or whatever they go out and solicit new business and they get new accounts for themselves. And it's famously said that at Leo Burnett, once you get your first account, you're there for life. So you have your lifelong accounts basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
You said they had a low retention rate. Do you know the exact numbers on that, or does that make it hard to get a job there?
Yeah, that's a good question. It probably would, but they are a worldwide agency, and so they have many openings all the time. That would be a very big concern if they were just one centrally located company, but because they have many locations, they have a lot of job offers available. But yes, it does make it a little more difficult to get a job there.
Thanks, Molly.
Thank you.